guy obviously sees him as, but
he's terrible. But we'll leave it.
To say that he's terrible. What?
He's terrible.
Kirk Cousins.
He's terrible, bro.
He threw 3 touchdowns against the Bengals. He threw 2 touchdowns against the Cardinals.
I don't care what he did.
And he threw 3 touchdowns.
He don't got that it factor. He don't got it.
He's doing everything he can to win them games. He drove him down the field against that Cardinals defense that shut down Tannehill.
I don't care what he does. They're not winning games. I'm gonna blame it on him.
That's just a hater. It was actually a great week 3, and arguably the best week that we've had so far this season.
Honestly, it was a great week.
So credit to the just all the teams that played this week. I'm saying all credit to, but like yes, all the teams that played this week. It was a great week of football, big upsets, and just many close finishes throughout the week as well. So great week of football.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna move on to our next one, which is, do you want to play?
Should we play the game?
Yeah, let's play the game.
Let's play the quick little game. So, Dro, last time y'all seen you did the guess the players, against Trev. You knew Trev. I think I got one wrong. The one player that I had on my fantasy team. But this time we gonna see what Dro could get down with. Now, I think with mine, you don't gotta guess. You could either guess the team or the player.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guess the team, you gotta tell me the position.
Okay, fair enough.
And we're all good. All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's start with the first one.
Now, let's hope that I did good enough editing on these so that you can't really tell who it is.
Well, if you're confident, then you should.
But who is this first one right here?
Shouldn't be no problem with the editing. Okay, he's obviously an 09. I think that's Quinn Nelson.
Quinn Nelson. Yes. Okay. So that's 1 for 1.
Yes, Quinn Nelson. Arguably the best old lineman in football. Arguably.
Now,
let's see.
This one I didn't do so much of a good job editing. So
you just gotta show me, bro.
This one you better get. You better get that one right there, Joe.
Hold on. First of all, I just have to say this is horrible editing.
It's horrible editing.
You could see the red jersey here. I'm just thinking of teams that have red jerseys. I'm assuming he plays for the Bucs. No. Oh, he's a Niner, isn't he? Is he?
He's a Niner.
He is a Niner. Oh, that's Emmanuel Mosley.
That's Emmanuel Mosley. That's what I was like, Dro, you better.
Hey, I didn't want to recognize him because he played horrible. I can't look at him. I can't look at him the same. How dare he? How dare he show his face?
Okay, you ready for this one?
I'm actually a big Emmanuel Mosley advocate. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
This one right here.
Oh, that's Dory Jackson.
Oh, what team does he play for?
Plays for the Giants now.
There we go.
Should have had a pick to win the game for the Giants.
Now this is the second to last one. Last one's gonna be kind of hard. This one is a medium. This is a medium.
It's a medium. He looks like a tight end. Am I wrong to say that?
You might be a little wrong to say that. He was drafted pretty recently, last 2 years. He's on defense.
Okay, I assume that once he wasn't a tight end. I'm going to assume, obviously he's a defensive tackle, and I'm going to assume that he plays for...
You're close.
The Browns? No. Who is that actually?
This is Montez Sweat.
Oh, shoot.
Montez Sweat for the Washington football
Funny
team.
enough, I've never seen Montez Sweat's face.
Yeah.
But I do know who he is. He plays for the Washington football team.
Now, this
is the one you said that's very hard.
This might be a little hard, but you are a quarterback. This is a quarterback. Okay, I'm telling you that. Well, this one, I want you to know the name.
But let's, okay. Josh McCown.
Oh!
Yeah, I know that one.
Okay.
I know McCown.
Okay.
I know McCown.
So 4 for 5, same as me. I thought Josh McCown was going to be a struggle for you.
Nah, man. I know my quarterbacks. The one that wasn't... I'd never seen Montez Sweat's face, actually, so that did get me.
Yeah.
I will say, that was a good one. Emmanuel Mosley confused me for a second, but once I figured it out, I was like, wait, it's like, he did look slightly familiar.
Yeah, he was like, I might know who that is.
I might know who that is, but either way, All right. Solid. Not what I fully expect, though, from... I'm playing down to my expectations right now. How dare I?
Come on, Joseph. Oh. But now, we got the predictions for this next upcoming week. And what was the results from last week?
So, to let you guys know how we play this, me and Travis are counting to see who gets the most prediction rights throughout the whole year. Right now, I lead 34-33. The rules are that you have to get the right prediction, but you can lose points. You don't gain points, but you can lose points if your guarantee is incorrect.
Yeah.
So one of my guarantees, you have 3 guarantees throughout the week. One of my guarantees, which was the Niners, lost. So I lose a point. I would have had 35, but now I'm down to 34. So I lead Travis right now, 34-33 going into week 4.
So if I get one right, more than Dro, we even.
And so let's see. I imagine we might differ in some of these games. But let's start off with the first one quick. Jaguars, Bengals. Jaguars suck. Washington at the Falcons, who just won last week.
I went with the Falcons.
Interesting. I went with Washington. I know Washington struggled, but I still think they're a level ahead of the Falcons.
I think the Falcons I think that their offense can beat the defense that's
interesting. I think Washington will put pressure on Matt Ryan, which can be rough. Texans, Bills.
That's my lock.
Yeah, that's my lock too. I went safe with that one. Lions at Bears.
I went with the Bears.
I went with the Lions.
It's kind of a who cares game, but
the reason why I went with the Lions is because the Lions have been competitive for the last few weeks with teams, and I imagine they're pretty hungry for a win.
Pretty fired up.
They're pretty fired up to get a win here, and I think the Bears are the perfect team to win against.
We'll see.
Panthers at Cowboys.
Definitely got to go with the Cowboys here. Because Christian McCaffrey's not there. For Chuba Hubbard isn't enough to carry the offense.
My game of the week.
This is your what?
This is my game of the week. I think this will be the best game of the week.
Wow.
I think Sam Darnold, again, I said it. I think the Panthers are legit, and I'm riding high on Sam Darnold. I think they'll make it a game, but I still got the Cowboys. So I won't disagree with you at that point. But I do think it'll be a good game. I think Sam Darnold will give him some good competition. He's makes smart decisions, and now the Cowboys are going against DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. Could be a little rough. It'll be interesting to see how that one goes. Colts at Dolphins.
Definitely got to go with the Dolphins.
Is it no word on if Tua's coming back, so it doesn't look like it.
I'm going with the Dolphins because I feel like they competed with the best team in the league last week. And I feel like they could beat a lot of teams.
No, first of all, let's relax. Second of all, I think the Colts are going to get them because I think the Colts are better than their record shows. And I think the Dolphins, it's not there offensively for them yet, especially with Tua out, and then there's just the whole quarterback question in the first place. I think the Colts are much better than their 0-3 record shows, having gone against very solid teams. Browns at Vikings.
This is the Browns, 100% the Browns. This is another lock. This is my last safe one.
Wow.
I got one more bold one.
He's got Browns as a safe one, which is funny enough. I got the Vikings.
You have the Vikings.
I think the Vikings at home, again, I think they're a team that's better than their record shows. I think at home.
You think the Vikings are going to beat the Browns?
I think they are. Wow. I think they're barely going to beat the Browns, but I do think the Vikings are going to, at home, beat the Browns. The Browns have won games, but they also didn't look too impressive as I expected them to look against teams like the Texans. The Texans fought with the Browns, surprisingly. And even the Bears, even though the Bears, it seemed like it was in the Browns' favor the whole time, the Browns just didn't pull away like I thought they would.
I think that you might be on some drugs right now.
In the end, I think too. Vikings are, I think, a solid team. If
Kirk Cousins.
Dalvin Cook and Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen. I think it's a very solid offense that the Vikings have. A playoff caliber offense, and I think they'll show it this week when they beat the Browns and even up their record. Giants at Saints.
I went with the Saints as well because the Giants just seem to lose to everybody.
They just find a way to lose.
I feel like, haven't the Jets won a game?
No.
Jaguars
both New York is suffering right now at the moment.
Well, I feel like the Giants are going to be bottom 2 worst records. If they're not the worst, they're going to be just second worst.
It's just rough for the Giants. And my prediction might be completely off. Titans at Jets.
100% the Titans, but I'm not gonna put a lock on it because this is way too safe of a lock. Like I feel
Yeah,
like
sometimes those are the games that get you because obviously the Lions made it competitive with the Ravens.
Yeah.
When we thought the Ravens would have had an easy win there. Chiefs at Eagles. Chiefs.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles here. I'm
Chiefs.
definitely going with the Chiefs.
Chiefs are upset that they probably are 1-2 right now, and if there's a team that they could get back on track with, it's gonna
They're
be
gonna score 80 points this game.
the Eagles are gonna get abused, unfortunately. This one, I'm assuming this is your game of the week. Cardinals, the 3-0 Cardinals, go into Los Angeles to take on the 3-0 Rams.
Game of the week, baby. Cardinals versus the Rams. These are two of the best teams in the league right now, and I feel like this is gonna show who's really about it. Because the Cardinals, they had a game where they should have played better.
Worth mentioning, Travis's number 2 seed prediction in the NFC is the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
He predicted that weeks ago that the Cardinals would be a legit team.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's not looking too bad. The Rams is Dro's MVP.
And my
obviously.
Super Bowl prediction.
But I think this game, no matter what, they're gonna give each other trouble. So we're gonna see
Who
how
you
good
got?
this game is.
In this game of the week.
I got the Cardinals as a lock to win the game.
Oh yeah, no. See,
As a lock
Travis is gonna
to win the game.
I'm gonna have to disagree and say Travis loses that because I think the Rams.
Lock.
You wanna know my bold prediction? I think the Rams handle the Cardinals. I think the Rams handle them. I don't see it.
Jalen's his
I'm sorry.
father or whatever.
I'm sorry. I don't think the Cardinals are on the level of the Bucs, and we saw how hard the Bucs struggled with the Rams. I think the Rams are a legit, clear favorite. I see the Rams not like completely blowing them out, but I see them handling this game, just always being in control. Next one, Seahawks at 49ers.
I'm going to go with the Niners because the Seahawks, I feel like Russell Wilson is just in love with Sierra now. He doesn't really care about football. So I'm going to go with the
who
Niners.
wouldn't, though? Thing is, though, I know I got on the Niners, but I still got the Niners this week as well. I got on them a lot, but I still think, again, Seattle, there's interesting developments happening there, and I also think the Niners are actually just they need to get back in rhythm, and this could be a game where they do it at home, a chance to go against a Seattle team that's been struggling. But it could be bad for the Niners because Seattle could also be seen as a desperate team.
Yeah.
You know? But we'll see how that goes. Ravens at Broncos.
Definitely going to go with the Broncos.
Ravens?
The Broncos.
You are, really?
I'm going with the Broncos.
This ain't a joke?
I'm going bold here.
Okay.
This isn't a lock, but I think the Broncos, the 3-0, and the Ravens at the same time, I think this is going to be one of Lamar's bad games.
I don't think it's going to be Lamar's bad game. I do think the Ravens might struggle a little bit because it's... First of all, I just have to mention, I didn't mention it earlier, but Lamar is... We're seeing it now. He's having to do everything on his own, and I'm afraid that he might get drained by the end of the season.
He could really get injured if they don't figure something out.
They need to figure other help for him because he's trying to do everything he can throwing the ball, and his receivers aren't catching it, and then he's forced to now run the ball. And he's the leading rusher, which even as good of a runner as he is, that shouldn't be happening. They got to figure things out. But I do think the Ravens sneak past the Broncos. Steelers at Packers. Packers. A replay
Steelers
of Super Bowl 45. Ben Roethlisberger versus Aaron Rodgers again. But the Steelers aren't good. They're just not. And the Packers look like they're kind of in rhythm.
Yeah.
But don't be surprised if the Packers play down to the opponent's level, make it look interesting. But I still think the Packers win. Bucs at Patriots. Tom Brady comes back to New England for Sunday Night Football.
Bill Belichick is going to study his booty off for this game. And he's still going to lose. His team is just not good enough.
No, his team's not good enough. And again, people are going to probably start using this if the Bucs win, which I predict they will. They're going to start using this as the argument that Tom Brady was the main guy who was winning the games, not Belichick, but it's both.
They don't have the pieces.
They don't have the pieces. So there's a reason why Tom Brady left the Patriots too. You got to remember that. And also I do think it's a factor of both, which is why there's such a winning team. So don't put this loss or just this whole season on Belichick completely because that's a bad roster, I think. They made moves in the offseason, but again,
they tried. But
when I saw them make moves, it wasn't like jaw-dropping. It was just like, wow, they're making a lot of moves here. You know what I mean?
It's not gonna work.
Like Kendrick Bourne wasn't a great receiver pickup. It's not like the receiving core is great again. So the Patriots are gonna struggle. This was debating. I was debating making this my game of the week, but the Raiders going into LA to take on the Chargers for Monday Night Football, the Raiders' second primetime game.
Now, it sounds crazy to say. I think this is the Raiders' first loss. Sounds crazy for me to say as a Raiders fan, but I don't expect us to go undefeated this year. And I feel like we've been in some tight games, and the Chargers have been playing well. They just beat the Chiefs.
And I think the Chargers are looking like a more complete team, like consistent-wise, offensive and defensively. If Herbert keeps playing at that level and that defense keeps playing at that level,
yeah, I think
the Chargers the Chargers could be a dangerous team actually. And I know you predicted them to go to playoffs. I didn't, but I remember you did. I might be wrong there. Chargers, if they win this game, especially which I predict them to, could really start looking like a playoff team.
Yeah,
especially against the Raiders team that is beat.
But let's say this right now: if I'm wrong and the Raiders win this game, I don't want to hear a word out of anybody. I don't want to hear a word out of nobody. Like, oh, let's pause. It's still the beginning of the season. 4-0. 4-0.
We've seen many 4-0 teams.
I mean, the Steelers went 11-0 last year.
Yes.
But,
I was about to say Steelers, Patriots, many other teams who went undefeated.
But at the same time, we're not the Steelers. So,
little blow there at the Steelers. But it's, I guess, I have to agree with that. I don't think the Steelers are that good this year.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to be an interesting week 4. I don't see this one being as a.
It's not going to be as exciting as last week or the week before. Because
I think week 3 and week 2 are hard to live up to.
Yeah.
Because actually, I have to say though, this season alone has had just some great games. Really,
great games.
Classic prime.
A great game.
Primetime games have reigned supreme this year. You know, you have
except for this Monday night game.
Except for this past Monday night game, but a lot of other the Sunday night football. You know,
they all been great, man.
They've all been very solid. So it's gonna be fun to watch this week of football. Again, I want to thank you guys for tuning into this episode and staying all the way through. I'm Alejandro Flores. This is my co-host Trevor Stampier, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you guys. Peace out.